Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The Titans ready to take over on offense for the first time, and it is the now 35-year-old Ryan Tannehill who leads them out in his 12th NFL campaign.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 18 carries, 94 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers. He certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
And Henry going to have a Titans first down as he'll get this up to the 39.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A first down carry for Henry to the 43, second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Great play to move the chains by Hopkins, who showed that he remains a great playmaker despite missing chunks of the last 2 seasons. Averaged almost 80 yards per game in 9 games last year.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Tannehill. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Now it's Tannehill. Hopkins on the grab over the middle, and he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try and run the option. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
That's another Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now Tannehill. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. A handoff, running left, Henry. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
The kick by Crosby is good, and the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
So the Charger offense making its way out, and at the controls is the league's 2nd leading passer a year ago. At 25 years of age, out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And the Chargers first down.
Now the 7-year veteran, Austin Ekeler. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 10 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and the reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. Open man, that's Henry. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Second down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Inside handoff, Henry. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
They keep it with Henry on first down. They're able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And incomplete on the deep ball. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. This is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass? That's an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Tannehill on first down. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 2nd and 5. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
Josh Palmer, 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. This is swung out to Ekeler. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 3rd down and 1. Now it's Herbert. That's completed right side to Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Herbert will give this one to Ekeler. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. The Chargers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And right now they're probably asking, hey, who did we offend in the scheduling office? Back-to-back road games to start the season.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll bet someone called the league office to protest, but sometimes it just shakes out that way. But they get out this with a split, knowing they'll get those home games later in the season. It could be quite an advantage for them if they take care of business now. He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Running on 1st down, Ekeler. And he'll work down inside the 45. You talk about this Titan defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying,
under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Roger McCreary just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Another powerful run and another workhorse season in the books for Henry. Let's take a peek at his numbers. He's led the NFL in carries and topped 1,500 yards for the 3rd time in 4 years. In addition, 5th straight year with double-digit touchdowns.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Tannehill. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. Will go down as a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards that time.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And the tackle for loss goes to Eric Kendricks.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
What my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Henry up the middle, and he stopped immediately there. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. And his throw is incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. That's again complete to Palmer. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Herbert. His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
He is putting on a show in this 2nd quarter, racking up the receiving yards as he has a 1st down. Up the middle with Eckler. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Kenneth Murray. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
On second down, here's Henry. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
I don't care what level of football you play. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone will come free.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 27-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
2nd and 10.
Samuel Jr. on the coverage.
Here's Tannehill. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
The kick by Crosby is good, and they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this 1st half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now the LA offense ready for this next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Herbert now. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. Now Herbert got to get him to the line in a hurry. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover, as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Chargers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's got Allen.
Complete to Keenan Allen.
Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this one is right down the middle. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
So we have reached halftime, intermission with the visiting Chargers on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Stephon Diggs, a touchdown reception. From there, we take the trip across Lake Erie to check on the Lions at home in Detroit. And at the half, they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. David Montgomery, a touchdown run in that first half. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Patrick Mahomes killing it. 3 touchdown passes. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a 1-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for, with both these teams in it to win it.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
Eckler's long been one of the most underrated players in the NFL, but he's now starting to get his due. 915 yards, a career best last season, with 13 touchdowns on the ground.
That's caught right side by Palmer. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 42. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Christian Fulton. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And they've got to be thrilled with the situation they've inherited here. Thank you, defense.
Thank you, indeed. They set them up in the short field ahead of them, and now they've got a good chance to strike quickly and take the lead.
They run on first down with Henry, but the hole evaporates quickly as he'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Tannehill down to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Tannehill on target to Burks. First down, Tennessee.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Mason Crosby on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
The kick by Crosby is good. And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man. One of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and it looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And a big 32-yard play on third.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Herbert. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. 2nd and 6.
Second and 6 at the Titans' 15-yard line.
Again, Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Monty Rice. And the Titans are going to get the football here at their own 23. So that a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field, thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They fell in their ball game last week. That was a loss to the Saints, but they're on top here as they begin this drive. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now it's Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me 4. It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football, So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Herbert gets this into the hands of Allen, and he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 19. Herbert operating from the red zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Henry again on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Tannehill. And this one is incomplete.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Chargers offense back onto the field.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to Tennessee, but they're on top right now as they come up here 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Now it's Tannehill.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Stiff-armed him. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain,
2nd and 2. From the 43, here's 2nd and 2.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. This now a 3rd and 4. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the first down.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And this is taken in at the 5. And it's a Titans touchdown. Trevon Wesco, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Titans get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes this a 9-point game.
19. Chargers 10.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Chargers getting set to go.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Williams brings it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
And a 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
As soon as he leaped down, began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down.
Right to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15.
2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
Tannehill.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Here's Tannehill.
He'll complete this one to Okonkwo.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. You could not write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert.
They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer.
And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Herbert. That's again complete to Palmer. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He finds his target, Allen. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert back to the air. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. And he is out of bounds here. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Donald Parham there to make the grab. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Dicker now to tack on the extra point.
And the lead is down to 2. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close.
Tannehill intercepted again. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 25 yards that time. Herbert now. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Herbert, quick pass out wide. Touchdown, Chargers! Keenan Allen from 3 yards out.
And the Chargers have taken a 4th quarter lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is up to 5.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 5. A little under 2.5 to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
Now Tannehill.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Once more, here's Eckler.
And he will have a Charger 1st down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line.
You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers.
Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for Los Angeles, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings.
Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.